right, so this is the 2024 Buick Envista. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. Now, this is the Buick Envista in its highest trim, which is the Avenir trim. And you're gonna get a lot of amazing and cool features with this vehicle. This has a 1.3 liter, 3-cylinder engine, that is providing less than 140 horsepower, but for the size of this vehicle, I think it moves out very well. You get things like a power tailgate, which you do not get on the Chevy Trax. It's just a really cool car for not a lot of money. I'm gonna talk about the pricing towards the end of this video. You also don't get all-wheel drive, so if that matters to you, then you wanna go for the Buick Encore GX, which provides all-wheel drive. Step into the interior. All right. Here you get 2 screens, separated by this little area over here. You do get heated seats with this vehicle. You get 3 tiers. You do get your USB and your USB-C along with your wireless charging pad as well. This car does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but I'm using my phone, so it's not hooked up right now. You don't get a panel roof, but you do get a standard size sunroof. This has the gray interior and your Avenir badging that lets you know that you have an Avenir. Pretty deep middle console there. Here's some cool things you get. It's got full adaptive cruise control. You're gonna also get your heated steering wheel. I'm gonna turn that on. Your audio controls as well. And you can change your height for your trunk back there. So it's on max open space, or you can also open it 3/4 of the way as well. Automatic transmission there. Your lane keep assist and your auto start stop. You can turn that off right there. So currently it's on. Let's look at the back seat space. Actually, you kind of get really good space back here. So this is where I would have the seat to drive, and my feet are all the way underneath here, and I have a lot of space back here. Okay. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. You do get a USB-C and a USB port back here as well, so that's good. You get mat pockets for both, and you also get a pull-down armrest that also includes 2 cup holders. Now, the headspace is kind of compromised back here. However, I currently have enough space, so I'm really impressed. Really impressed. for the majority of buyers, this vehicle is going to have plenty of power. Plenty of power. And I can say that, what can I say? When driving this vehicle, in comparison to the Trax, I'll say this vehicle feels a lot more premium. You get a lot more features. You also get a heads-up display, which you do not get in things like the Trax. And so that also adds a little bit more of an upscale feel, a premium feel. And also, this is a lot quieter than the Trax as well. When I had this car out on the highway, it was very quiet. I was very, very surprised. I thought it would be kind of loud and, noisy. But wind noise was very, very minimal. Now, out here on the highway, as you can see, I'm up to 76 miles per hour, and the car is doing really well. I'm very, very pleased with how this vehicle is riding. I cannot complain at all. It rides very, very well. Very surprised. Very, very, very surprised. But pleasantly surprised, I will say. This is a pleasant surprise. Now, I do want to talk about a lot of the pros with this vehicle. The first pro is definitely the exterior design. I absolutely love it. I'm in love with it. I think it looks fantastic. Another pro is definitely the amount of features you get for the money. This vehicle is super, super inexpensive, and you get a lot of features with it as well. So I think that's fantastic. Another pro to this vehicle is its size. Even in the back seat, I still had a lot of leg room, and going on longer trips, I really, really believe I would be comfortable because at least I got cup holders and I got a USB-C and a USB in the back of this subcompact SUV. So kudos and way to go, Buick. Now let's talk about some of the cons, because there are a few. Now, let's talk about the cons. The first con is going to be that it doesn't have all-wheel drive, and although that is a con, I'm not sure that it really matters that much to me because I could always option up for the Encore GX. However, this Envista is larger than the Encore GX, and I think that it offers a great value, so I kind of wouldn't mind seeing all-wheel drive added, although I know that then kind of makes it seem like, well, what's the purpose of both of these subcompacts? So that is my first con. The second con is going to be the engine output numbers. Now, at 136 horses, it's not awful, but I think it could at least be at 150, and it would feel even faster. Luckily, we have so much torque on tap that this vehicle just feels quick, so I absolutely adore that and love that. The next con is going to be the fact that I don't get a pano roof. Now, I know that's probably like superficial of me, right? But I really do want a full panoramic roof. Even if it had to pop outwards instead of down and under, I kind of want that pano roof. I think it would just give it a little bit more of that premium feel. The next con is going to be to the interior. The interior doesn't feel as premium as the exterior, and that's a lag for me. I'm kind of saddened by that. The next con is going to be on the audio system. I definitely would love to have a Bose premium sound system because we really need it in this vehicle. The standard sound system was just not cutting it for me. All right, so after driving the Buick Envista, what do I think? I'm pleasantly surprised. I can't lie. This is a great car. It feels very, very premium. It feels a lot more premium than its Trax counterpart. And I'm gonna suggest that if you have the extra dough, that you go ahead and just get this vehicle. This is definitely the one to purchase. It's a lot more premium, and you're getting a lot more for the money. You're getting things like a heated steering wheel, a wireless charging pad, you're getting heated seats, you're getting a heads-up display, you're gonna get this coupe-like SUV design, which looks great. And the exterior of this vehicle looks a little bit better, in my personal opinion, than its Trax counterpart. And so those are all reasons to opt in for this vehicle. And it's not a ton of money more. It's not much more money than the Trax, but you're getting a lot more for the cost as well. And so there are some things that I'm not the biggest fan of, and that would be, first is the auto start technology. I think it's a little rough, and I just wasn't the biggest fan of it. In fact, I turned it off and I left it off for the entire time that I drove this vehicle. The other thing that I wasn't the biggest fan of is the sound system. It's not a Bose sound system or anything of that sort, and I'm looking around just to triple check, and it isn't, and you can tell. The sound system was a no for me. But for under $32,000, you can get this vehicle well equipped, and I say it's all the way worth it. So until next time, have a great day and peace. Huge shout out to Riker Buick, because they made this video possible. I went in to test drive this vehicle for my mom actually, and I decided why not make a little video. And so huge shout out to the folks over there for being super kind and who gave me this vehicle to test drive, because without them this would not be possible. And I think that my mom just might like this vehicle. Stay tuned to see if she actually ends up getting it or not.